What makes tea such a popular drink in India?
Tea is incredibly popular in India due to a blend of cultural, historical, and social factors. It was introduced during the British colonial period, and over time, tea has woven itself into the fabric of daily Indian life. Here are a few reasons why tea is so cherished. 1. Cultural integration. Tea in India goes beyond just a beverage. It's a part of the daily routine and social rituals. Chai, the Hindi word for tea, is made in nearly every household. It's a warm spiced tea that often includes milk, sugar, and spices like cardamom, ginger, and cloves. 2. Economic accessibility. Tea is economically accessible to a wide range of the population. It's inexpensive to buy and can be made easily at home or purchased at countless tea stalls found on almost every street corner in urban and rural areas. 3. Variety and versatility. India offers a vast variety of teas, from the strong Assam and Darjeeling teas to the spiced masala chai. This variety caters to diverse palates and preferences, making tea a popular choice for many. 4. Social beverage. Drinking tea is a social affair in India. It's common for people to gather around for tea breaks, discussing everything from politics to family matters over a cup of chai. 5. Climate. The climate in many parts of India is such that a hot beverage is welcomed. Tea provides a comforting warmth during the cooler mornings and evenings, and even during the monsoon season. These factors combine to make tea not just a drink, but an essential part of the Indian way of life.
Use some idioms while answering.
Tea in India isn't just a drink, it's a cultural staple that stirs the pot of daily life across the nation. Introduced during the British Raj, tea has taken root deeply within Indian culture for several reasons. 1. Social glue. Tea acts as the perfect social glue in India, bringing people together no matter the occasion. It's common for folks to spill the beans or exchange stories over a steaming cup of chai. 2. Economic access. Unlike other luxuries, tea doesn't cost an arm and a leg. It's affordable and accessible to everyone, from bustling city corners to quiet rural areas. 3. Variety is the spice of life. The vast variety of teas available, from the robust Assam to the aromatic Darjeeling, means there's something for everyone. Spiced masala chai, in particular, really hits the spot. 4. Warm comfort. In many parts of India, the climate calls for something that warms the cockles of your heart, and a hot cup of tea does just that, especially during the chilly monsoons. 5. Steeped in tradition. Over time, tea has become steeped in tradition, evolving into a daily ritual that no one can turn their nose up at. In essence, tea in India is much more than just a beverage. It's a vital part of the tapestry that makes up Indian social and cultural life.
How many idioms did you use? Explain it.
I use 7 idioms in my response. Here they are explained. 1. Stirs the pot. This idiom generally means to cause trouble or stir up some sort of drama. In the context used, it refers to tea invigorating or energizing the atmosphere. 2. Taken root. This refers to something becoming established or deeply embedded, similar to how roots anchor a plant. It's used here to describe how tea has become a fundamental part of Indian culture. 3. Social glue. This idiom describes something that brings and holds people together, much like glue. Tea is described as a unifier among people in India. 4. Cost an arm and a leg. This means something is very expensive. I used it to explain that, conversely, tea is quite affordable. 5. Hits the spot. Used to describe something that is exactly what is needed or perfectly satisfying, similar to how masala chai satisfies a variety of taste preferences. 6. Warms the cockles of your heart. This is a way to describe something that gives a comforting, satisfying feeling, similar to feeling emotionally warmed and pleased. 7. Steeped in tradition. This refers to something that is heavily influenced by tradition or has been ingrained in cultural practices over time, just like the ritual of drinking tea in India. These idioms help add color and depth to the explanation, making it more vivid and engaging. Would you like to know more about any of these idioms or how they are used in other contexts?
Give me 5 examples of every idiom.
Sure, I'll provide 5 examples for each of the 7 idioms I used. 1. Stirs the pot. Bringing up politics at family dinner really stirs the pot. His controversial tweet stirred the pot among his followers. Suggesting a radical change to company policy tends to stir the pot in board meetings. She knew that challenging the traditional methods would stir the pot in the workshop. Mentioning salary discrepancies at work is sure to stir the pot. Taken root. The new policy has taken root more quickly than we anticipated. Once the rumor took root, it was hard to convince everyone of the truth. Sustainable practices have taken root in our community. The idea of remote work has taken root across various industries. After decades of peace, democracy has firmly taken root in the region. 3. Social glue. Music festivals act as social glue, bringing diverse groups of people together. Shared meals can be the social glue that binds a family. In small towns, local events serve as social glue for the community. Team building activities are the social glue in corporate environments. Volunteer work often acts as social glue, connecting people with similar values. Cost an arm and a leg. That designer dress costs an arm and a leg, but looks fabulous. Renting a house in this part of the city will cost you an arm and a leg. The wedding was beautiful, but it must have cost them an arm and a leg. Gourmet coffee at that fancy new cafe costs an arm and a leg. I'd love to buy a sports car, but they cost an arm and a leg. Hits the spot. After a long day of work, that cup of coffee really hits the spot. This hearty bowl of soup hits the spot on a cold winter day. A cold drink on a hot day just hits the spot. That nap really hit the spot. I feel much better now. When you're hungry at a party, a good snack tray always hits the spot. Warms the cockles of your heart. Seeing the puppies play really warms the cockles of your heart. Her thoughtful gift warmed the cockles of my heart. The way the community came together to help during the crisis warmed the cockles of my heart. Hearing my granddaughter's laughter warms the cockles of my heart. His kind words warmed the cockles of her heart during a difficult time. 7. Steeped in tradition. The ceremony is steeped in tradition, passed down through generations. This recipe is steeped in tradition and reminds me of my grandmother's cooking. Their wedding was steeped in tradition, featuring many cultural rituals. The festival is steeped in tradition and attracts people from all over the world. This ancient town is steeped in tradition, with history visible in every corner. These examples illustrate how each idiom can be used in a variety of everyday situations to enhance the expressiveness of language. Would you like further elaboration on any of these examples or additional information on using idioms?
Tell me one thing, who invented tea? Which country invented tree?
Tea is believed to have been discovered and first used in China. According to legend, the Chinese Emperor Shen Nong accidentally discovered tea in 2737 BC when leaves from a wild tree blew into his pot of boiling water. He found the drink to be refreshing and energizing, and thus tea became a popular beverage in China. Historically, tea has been consumed in China for thousands of years, long before it spread to other parts of the world, such as Japan, India, and eventually Europe. The use and cultivation of tea have deep roots in Chinese culture and history, contributing significantly to the country's social rituals and medicinal practices.
And which country invented coffee?
Coffee is believed to have been first discovered in Ethiopia. According to popular legend, it was a goat herder named Kaldi who first noticed the effects of the coffee beans when his goats became unusually energetic after eating the fruit from a certain tree. Kaldi tried the berries himself and felt a similar vitality. The knowledge of coffee spread from Ethiopia to the Arabian Peninsula, where it became an integral part of the culture, especially in Yemen, where the port city of Mocha was an early and significant center for coffee trade. From there, coffee spread to Turkey, across North Africa, and eventually to Europe and the rest of the world, becoming the globally consumed beverage it is today.
Okay, so how many countries are drinking tea nowadays, and in which country the tea is very popular nowadays?
Tea is one of the most widely consumed beverages in the world, second only to water. It is enjoyed in nearly every country, with varying cultural significance and preparation methods. As for where tea is especially popular, several countries stand out. 1. China. As the birthplace of tea, it remains hugely popular here. China consumes and produces the most tea globally, and it is deeply embedded in daily life and culture. 2. India. India is one of the largest tea producers and consumers in the world. Tea, particularly masala chai, is a staple in nearly every household. 3. United Kingdom. The UK is famous for its tea culture, including the traditional afternoon tea. Despite the rise of coffee shops, tea still holds a significant place in British daily life. 4. Turkey. Turkish people are among the highest tea consumers in the world. Tea is a huge part of Turkish hospitality and is consumed throughout the day. Russia. Tea is also extremely popular in Russia, where it has been a traditional beverage for centuries. The Russian samovar, a large metal container traditionally used to heat and boil water for tea, is a cultural symbol. These countries are notable for their high consumption and cultural appreciation of tea, each with unique traditions surrounding its preparation and consumption.
Is the consumption of tea safe?
Yes, consuming tea is generally considered safe for most people, and it's even beneficial due to its various health properties. Tea contains antioxidants, can aid in hydration, and might have protective factors against certain diseases. However, like anything, it should be consumed in moderation. Here are a few considerations regarding tea consumption. 1. Caffeine content. Tea contains caffeine, which can cause jitteriness, sleep disturbances, or heart palpitations in sensitive individuals, especially if consumed in large amounts. It's advisable to monitor your caffeine intake from all sources, not just tea. 2. Tannins and iron absorption. Tea contains tannins, which can inhibit the absorption of non-heme iron, the type of iron predominant in plant-based foods. If you have iron deficiency or are at risk, it might be a good idea to drink tea between meals rather than with meals. Herbal teas. While most herbal teas are safe, some can interact with medications or have side effects at high doses. It's important to check the safety of the specific herbs used, especially if you are pregnant, nursing, or taking medication. 4. Contaminants. In some cases, tea leaves might be contaminated with pesticides, heavy metals, or other contaminants, depending on where and how the tea was grown and processed. Opting for organically grown teas can reduce this risk. In general, drinking tea is a safe and healthy choice for most people. Enjoying tea in moderation and paying attention to any personal sensitivities or conditions can help ensure that it's a beneficial part of your diet.
What is beverage and what kind of beverages available in the world?
A beverage is any drinkable liquid, and it encompasses a wide variety of drink types that people consume worldwide. Beverages can be broadly categorized into several types based on their nature and purpose. 1. Water, the most essential and widely consumed beverage, vital for daily survival. 2. Non alcoholic beverages, soft drinks, carbonated drinks like colas, sodas, and tonic waters. Fruit juices, drinks made from the extraction or pressing of the natural liquid contained in fruit. Tea, a beverage made by steeping tea leaves or tea bags in hot water. Coffee, made from brewed coffee beans, it's one of the most popular beverages. Milk, including plain milk from various sources, cow, goat, plant based, and flavored options like chocolate or strawberry milk. Hot chocolate, a warm sweetened chocolate drink made with milk or water. Energy drinks, beverages that contain stimulants, typically caffeine, and are marketed as providing mental and physical stimulation. 3. Alcoholic beverages. Beer, made from brewing and fermenting cereals with yeast, hops, and water. Wine, made from the fermentation of crushed grapes using various types of yeast, which consume the sugars found in the grapes and convert them into alcohol. Spirits, distilled beverages like vodka, rum, whiskey, and gin, which have a higher alcohol content than beer or wine. Cocktails, mixed drinks containing a spirit or several spirits mixed with other ingredients such as fruit juice, flavored syrup, or cream. 4. Health and wellness drinks, herbal teas, made from the infusion of herbs, spices, or other plant material in hot water. Sports drinks, designed to help athletes rehydrate as well as replenish electrolytes, sugar, and other nutrients during or after exercise. Functional beverages include drinks such as probiotics, beverages fortified with vitamins, minerals, dietary fibers, or nutritional supplements for health benefits beyond basic nutrition. Each type of beverage serves different tastes, preferences, and purposes, ranging from basic hydration, enjoyment, cultural significance, to health benefits. The diversity in beverages reflects the varied dietary cultures and preferences across the globe.
What is the definition of beverage?
A beverage, simply put, is any liquid that is drinkable. It includes a wide range of drinks, such as water, milk, juice, coffee, tea, and alcoholic drinks like beer and wine. Beverages can be consumed for hydration, nutrition, pleasure, or as part of a meal or social ritual. Each type of beverage serves various functions, from quenching thirst to providing energy, offering nutritional benefits, or playing a role in cultural and social traditions.